even though I lost the investment. I now have 200 scraps. So maybe I can buy a weapon here. Actually, I think this camp only has vehicles for sale, which I don't want. And I had 200 scrap. Now I have 137. So 60 down the hatch. Yeah, you only have vehicles, so I have to find a weapon. So I could probably upgrade the thing. Definitely mine guard, and definitely range. Only 1 point of handling. As a matter of fact, I'll max her out. Bunny is maxed out. And you're almost maxed out, so I almost have 2 maxed out dune buggies. Fine. I'm actually upset that the new vehicle has max mine guard, max stats before King Killer, because I've had King Killer longer. There goes 130 scrap. I think that's well worth the investment. Right there, I obligated to keep that vehicle, and I wouldn't try and go for another vehicle. I'm thinking if I had got the... Okay, I just lost my train of thought because I looked at the oh great, look at this. We've got 3 heavies, a medium, and a light. The light's gonna go down easy. It's too bad Bunny only has 1 weapon. Operate optimal strategy. I keep getting that achievement. It's just when you kill someone before you take any damage, before your MCV takes any damage. As you can see, I'm really using the pause feature here. And I'm worried about the tanks in the back because I can't defend against them really. And here I am trying to just shuffle them down and move my move my shield of vehicles actually, so they can't corner me, literally put their vehicles in the corner and always have line of sight on my MCV. Although right there I ignore that and then the shield comes back, but I think it's fine. I think I've successfully aggroed him. Yeah, there you go. That's a good spot for it because no matter where he goes, that guy's gonna get hit. Although I think 1 missile. Oh, Bunny just got a ECM, and I can't move her. So I call Bunny a girl because guys don't call themselves bunnies. They just don't do it. Because you know the Playboy bunnies. They're bunnies. Damn it. Oh, see, as soon as I gave him line of sight, he starts shooting the MCV. So I'm making sure everyone has a target, and it's that guy. I don't care if... Oh, see, the beam seems to be able to hit as the vehicles move slightly. But, I'm not sure. Okay, see, like, one of his beams are actually hitting the MCV, so apparently he has line of sight. If I had thought I could have rammed him into that turd rock, but I didn't. Bloody Pirates, 6 fuel and 22. I need to find another camp for another weapon. Because now that I have a vehicle that can support another weapon, whoop-de-doo, right? I might as well go to a quest objective. This is the Eiffel Incorporated, whatever I'm going to fight. Because I need all of the stuff I can get. And I think it's these 2, yeah, it's these 2 hovercrafts, which are a bit difficult to kill. In fact, they have identical stats as the ads for the boss. Yeah, one of them has ECM. Actually, these have different weapons because they both have ECMs. And the ads for the boss, only one of them has ECM. But these are identical in the fact that they have max armor and max health. And I mean, their armor is actually higher than the armor that you get by killing. By the ones you start with, maxed out armor is less than this armor. This is the one case in which I had armor chewers, because their armor is hard to kill. And armor negates damage by 1%, of course. I have a lump on my neck, and I can't figure out how I got it. Huh. I just discovered it. Oh well. Probably an ingrown hair. Alright, well. I killed one of them finally. So now I can just try and work on blocking this guy who has an insane amount of maneuvering. So I gotta try and aggro most of his shots away from the MCV. And it takes all my concentration to fire on him. Yeah. I'm trying to just shuffle people around. Fortunately, there's not a second wave of this. You kill him once, he's dead. This is it. And they take a while to kill, so these guys aren't pushovers by any means. 11 fuel and 34 scrap. Let's hope Eiffel won't find out that we did this. Yeah. Onward. First, let's get everyone in position. I like to make sure my shield is up. Well, my shield of vehicles, obviously. So, I think we're in position. Go. Let's see what this beacon has in store. Free trading. I always take this just in case it's an ambush because I want the extra fuel. Hard mode, you really gotta work for the extra fuel. And I actually played this game on medium difficulty. I'm at the end, but I'm afraid I can't win. Because I only have 2 vehicles. And the weapons aren't that great. I'll give it a shot. Hopefully it'll work. But anyway, about this is hard mode. Let's forget about medium right now. Well, great. Have some free fuel. That sounds fantastic. And I will drop off this cargo. This is not an MCV that has 4 slots. And I certainly don't like the one with 1 slot. Requires too much backtracking. And the shield is not that powerful, actually. I'd rather just prefer to find a shield if possible. I've found one once. I haven't found it since. It seems to be a less common item for the MCV. Now this guy's... I'm always wishing I could just upgrade him to full. You don't need a lot of really impressive guns for the flagship, but you do need a number of them, so... but I have decent firepower, actually. Probably should hit that beacon, and I do! Fantastic. Guy's worried about the plague, so sure. I found this side quest 3 times in a playthrough once, but you can only finish it once. Super heavy railgun, super heavy laser. That is one of the best finds I've ever had. I am so tempted to just run back to the ship and just equip, but I'm so close to this exclamation point here, and I have no fuel anyway, so might as well die. Oh dear. Fingers crossed. We did it. Yay! That could fail 4 or 5 times. The only issue I have with the super heavy laser is the fact that you have to keep repositioning it. It's more micromanaging than even the 4 EMC blasts are. So there goes 1 ship down. One vehicle down. I have a lot of lasers, so that'll just chew me up pretty quick if I don't do something about it. I have 2 clown cars, and they're just doom buggies, but I don't know. They just look like clown cars to me. At least I'm killing people relatively quick. And I push him aside because I'm trying to get them away from the vehicle, but all 3 of them seem to have line of sight, and I don't really want to keep ramming, but I have missiles, so that since they're all in a line, might as well take advantage of it, right? I'm trying to focus fire on the one that's the most crippled, obviously, because the faster he dies, of course, you've heard it before, the less DPS you get. And it's nice that I aggroed him. I don't think he has mine protection, but the explosion didn't leave rubble behind enough for him to run over it and get damage for me to test that anyway. This is an ideal MCV if you're doing the speed run on easy. Because it has 4 missiles and 4 weapons is nice. Okay, onward. I'm so tempted to go back right now, but I'm like, no, I just kill them all. Because open radio won't really do much anyway, except delay the fight, so... I'm just worried about the half health and no armor of my MCV right now. But, if all goes well, everything should be fine. Well, isn't that a moot point? If all goes well, it'll be fine. That's like saying, don't panic if your life's... Hitchhiker's Guide, you know, don't panic in this situation. But if it's unavoidable you'll die, well, just consider the fact that you've been lucky up to this point. Like, thanks. I didn't get a chance to stop him before he went right next to my vehicle. Now, the one up at top I could probably use my van on, but I'm not paying attention to it at the moment. Right now it's too late, and I'm like, no, get up there, get up there. I don't want you with your damn railgun to get line of sight on my MCV. Then again, he has line of sight right now. I don't think there's going to be a way for me to stop him. But he has an an EMP mine layer, so you know he wants to get up front and use it. Because that's just what the AI does. They want to start laying mines on you. I saw that death skull thing and I get slightly paranoid. Even though I can look at it and say, no, it's not in my lane. Sometimes I just get upset with it. I get nervous, not really upset. Upset's the wrong word. 4 missiles, well 3. I didn't realize that that one was off, but I figured, there you go, he's dead. I don't know how they're not in sync, but somehow they're not. And I really wish you could set them to auto fire, because you lose that precious third of a second if you're paying attention. 35 and 6. 35 hearts and 6 fuel. Of course the lower one's going to be the fuel. I'm worried about repairs right now. But I'm thinking, well, just hit this beacon, there might be some more scrap in it. This is the slavers. I'm going to radio them, and then I'm going to destroy them. And the reason I radioed them first is because I think you have more, it's more likely that you'll save the slaves if you radio them and talk to them than it is if you just engage them, because a lot of times when I just engage them it says the slaves didn't survive the fighting. So missile did some pretty good damage right there. And those little buggies. I just cut right in front of him so he couldn't get up there. You can tell the AI of these vehicles is to get next to you, and look at my MCV. Look at it, it's just, it's dead. It's totally dead. I mean, my only saving grace would be to like ram that fucker, or see if I could just totally aggro him. I noticed my health right about now, and I think I noticed my health right about now, and I'm getting kind of worried. That missile fortunately took his shield down, and I'm just hoping that I can block his ass from any more shenanigans. Fortunately, he doesn't have a missile launcher, so. And he just has an armor chewer and a 60 cal, which isn't that damaging actually. My MCV's on like pops. Offer to return them home, offer them to work in your convoy. 33 scrap, gee, thanks guys. Like, I've had that save up about 88 before, but 33 was barely worth it. Nearest camp's 51, and I figured I'd just go there. I might have something to buy. If anything, I can install these weapons. That's really what I want to do. I'm going to have to spend virtually all the money anyway on repairs. And I have nothing left. So I do like the railgun, even though it's slower over the missiles. So I can sell the missiles at least and get 80 scrap out of it. And anything to buy? Well, a mine thrower and an EMC, but I think I prefer my loadout right now. Yeah. Tempted to go upgrades on him. Actually, if I had remembered correctly, there was still one upgrade for King Killer that I hadn't done yet to max him out, but I decided to go with more armor. Right? I think actually I evened it out. Yeah, health and armor. I think I lament the fact that, oh no, and this guy, like, no upgrades at all on my fucking MCV, like no health, no armor, and I don't quite like that. So this is fairly decent, this loadout. But I'm wondering what I'm thinking right now. I don't know. It's time to go. Purging the plague, okay. 18 fuel and 4 bolts. There's 2 exclamation points around here. Search for the cure, load it, and try to get away. I actually got away there. Prepare to dance. There's a Batman reference. The first Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman. If you pick it up, if you've never seen it, then... And there's a whole generation, almost 2 generations now, that haven't seen that movie. or that weren't around when it was relevant. See, the railgun is great. It can practically one-shot the buggies. I like it. Its damage isn't RNG between a high and a low, so there's always a chance you won't kill them. The laser takes a lot of micromanaging, as I'd mentioned, and right now I'm not positioning it. I'm like, what the hell? Go fight. Go touch him. Touch him in an impure manner, you know. If you're lucky, it'll take out a medium or a heavy if all of the damage gets hit. But if they have a shield, it won't take them out. It'll do maybe over half damage. And then you probably won't get it back for the rest of combat. Because combat generally shouldn't take more than 60 seconds. Sometimes it does, though. And I think it takes about a minute to recharge. I can understand why the railgun takes a long time to recharge, because railguns work on the properties of kinetics, not propellant. So it propels shells forward with magnetic rails, and it requires a lot of power to do that. But actually, if you can aim them nicely, then you can actually make a stealth bullet, because it won't be burning propellant. And again, bullets themselves, once they get fired from the gun, aren't operated on propellant anyway. The propellant being the gunpowder in the shell. They're not burning propellant to go forward like rockets are, but the railgun would fire them at much higher velocities than the gunpowder. Anyway, the point is I can understand why it takes a while to charge that. But might as well hit this up. What is this anyway? This is the Torvak who sent me for the... it's not a main objective, but it's like a pylon or something. Sadly, I couldn't intimidate them into just giving me the stuff without a fight. I don't know why I want to do that, because I mean, I really need to fight. I'm actually tempted to cut out some of this fighting from the recording, but it's part of the play, and I don't see a need to remove it just yet. Like, do edits, like, okay, that combat is fine. I kind of remember doing that on UFO Extraterrestrial. There was an entire episode in which I had cut out the combat because the combat takes a while, and I was thinking I could just promote forward. I realized that my shield's getting hit with my own laser right there, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, get your ass out of there. But then the laser died because it ran out, so I didn't care. And that vehicle has 2 shields anyway, so I don't know if that matters, but I figured it'll be quite difficult for me to run out of shield. Because I don't know if anyone can verify for me if 2 shields actually stack or not. If they don't, then they shouldn't be equipable. But they are equipable, so I imagine they stack. I was kind of hoping that guy at top would still be there in that one area, but he had moved back and didn't decide to shuffle forward, so I didn't get a chance. Like right there, now he's even, so the missile would have been great. But I want to ram this guy forward and get his ass out of line of sight on my MCV, because my MCV is now almost dead again. I just noticed. I probably just noticed that, and that's why I started ramming him. That makes sense to me. So he had a shield, okay. And we're good. But now there's like one more enemy left, and I actually hadn't realized he was there because he looked kind of blended in with my units, and I hate when that happens. Now right here I was hoping he'd commit suicide, but I didn't want to risk going down there. I don't know. I could have stayed there, kept him. Farley's vehicle is pretty strong for that. Like pulse laser, that's good fodder. You know, the 2 ads at the end of the game, I don't think you can ram. Like I don't. Actually, I think you can ram them, but only with heavy vehicles. Because I tried to ram them with another floater, and they wouldn't move. So I think you need a tank to move them. Push them in the line of fire to get pancaked. So there's all my scrap on basic repairs, and yeah, there's no armor for King Killer, so that's kind of depressing. But it's alright, we're pushing on, we're doing our thing.